Well, good Monday morning from here to wherever you are at whatever time you are. Just a heads up, this coming Sunday morning, about 2 o'clock a.m., our clocks are going to spring forward. And so we're going to lose an hour. So go to bed an hour earlier so you can get up on time and be to Sunday school at 9 o'clock, or a few minutes early would be even better. You can help set up chairs or fold bulletins or whatever needs to be done to get ready for the church family to gather together. So if you want to show up at 8:45 or so, that'd be great. And then you can participate in the Bible studies for adults and children, one or the other, wherever you land. The Apostle Paul, here in his letter to the Corinthians, is challenging them. He says, look, all the Corinthian pagans that have now become Christians, these guys have been converted. They do not want anything to do with their former manner of worship. They want to leave that behind. They want nothing to do with those idols that they worshiped before, those gods and goddesses who really are demons with some degree of power, some degree of authority in the natural world, and yet they are not holy. Often they will put on a mask. They will disguise themselves as angels of light when in reality they are demons. They are angels of darkness. So Paul is saying, be careful with your liberty. You're free to eat any kind of food. You're free to do anything, as long as you're motivated by your love for God and your understanding of His Word. So we know that eating meat that's been offered to an idol doesn't mean anything, as long as you cook it right. But not everybody understands that. Some would consider that as participating in idol worship, even though your heart is pure and your relationship with Christ is right. The way it looks to them is just exactly the way it looked when their family was participating in that pagan worship before they became Christians. And so he says here, look at the nation Israel. Are not those who eat the sacrifice sharers in the altar? What do I mean then? That a thing sacrificed to idols is anything? Or that an idol is anything? No. But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to demons and not to God. And I do not want you to become sharers in demons. Don't participate. In another place we read, avoid even the appearance of evil. That's why a couple living together that says, we're not committing fornication, we're just living in the same house. That is absolutely the appearance of evil. When a Christian participates in a feast and a dinner or banquet, that a Gentile would say, that is worshiping this idol, then the Christian needs to be very, very careful. Probably even avoid that banquet, even though the food is fine. But the appearance of participating with demons may bring you close enough to the line where you actually do participate with demons. And Paul says, I do not want you to do that. Don't even have the appearance of participating with demons. The idea is that even today, 2,000 years later, there is demonic activity. These demons are desiring your attention and your allegiance to distract you from the truth, to divide you from the church, to destroy your faith and bring shipwreck to your life, so that you don't have the image of Christ anymore. That is the image that they hate. They hate you because you're made in the image of God. And so be careful. Cling to the Word of God. Read it. Spend time meditating on it, fasting and praying, so that your relationship with Christ is clear and evident to those around you. and that we don't become participators with demons. God bless you. He loves you, and his love flowing through you toward those around you, and his love flowing through me toward those around me, ought to make a difference in our culture. So let's rejoice and be jubilant in the love of God demonstrated through Christ, but let's also be generous with his love. God bless you.